Greetings, my name is Andrew Hardy and I'm the Director of the Culpeper County Parks and Recreation Department. On behalf of myself, my team, we would like to welcome you to the 14th Annual Culpeper Cycling Century being held on Saturday, October 2nd, 2021. COVID-19 has definitely changed the way we do a lot of things in our day-to-day lives. The planning and operation of the Culpeper Cycling Century ride is no different. Last year in 2020, we were one of the only cycling events in the state to operate and were able to successfully and safely hold the Culpeper Cycling Century with 500 participants, thanks to you, the participants, following the health and safety guidelines. We were hoping that COVID-19 would be gone by the time this year's event rolled around, but still planned as if it would not be. Since there's currently an uptick in COVID-19 cases, the department will be operating the event in a similar fashion to last year. The department will still be implementing several modifications to the operation of the Culpeper Cycling Century, including changing the starting location. To safeguard the health and safety of you, our participants, volunteers, and staff, please watch this video in its entirety as we will touch on most of the changes, and also visit our webpage at www.culpepercyclingcentury.com for a complete list of modifications. We are looking forward to seeing everyone that pre-registered at the event on Saturday, October 2nd. However, remember that if you are not feeling well, please stay home. The most important change this year is the start and finish location has been moved. We will now be starting and finishing at Eastern View High School at 16332 Cyclone Way, Culpeper, Virginia 22701, next to the Culpeper Sports Complex. Remember that this ride will be held rain or shine. It will be only canceled in the case of severe inclement weather. Check-in for pre-registration cyclists will be in the cafeteria at Eastern View High School. Please remember no cleats inside the building and that masks will be required while you are inside the school to check in or use the restrooms. Please follow the signs for parking and check-in. You can also view a map on the event webpage at www.culpepercyclingcentury.com. While in line, please be sure to wear your face covering, maintain 6 feet of physical distance, and follow all staff directions and signs. As you approach the check-in table, be sure to use the hand sanitizer provided. On Monday, September 27th, a welcome and reminder email will be sent out. Attached to this email will be your check-in ticket. Please print, fill out, and bring this check-in ticket with you to the event. This will help save time and keep the check-in line moving. If you do not receive the welcome and reminder email, please check your junk or spam folder. If you still do not have it, please call 540-727-3412 extension 4 or 5 or email parks@culpepercounty.gov to confirm that your email address was entered correctly on your account. The Culpeper Cycling Century will have designated times during which you may check in based on the distance you have registered for. Please remember this is the only time you may check in. For the 100-mile course, check-in will be from 7 a.m. to 7:50 a.m. For the 60-mile course, check-in will be from 8 a.m. to 8:50 a.m. For the 30-mile course, check-in will be from 9 a.m. to 9:50. There will be no check-ins during the 10-minute gap between distances. This time allows for staff and volunteers to reset check-in list and sanitize the table. Again, you may only check in during your designated time based on what you registered for. At check-in, you will receive your bib and your event t-shirt. Please remember that only those that have registered by September 6th will receive an event t-shirt. Again, in an effort to reduce the number of cyclists on site at one time, You may only check in during your designated time slot. This is a check and go event, meaning after you have checked in, you may begin your ride. For the 100-mile and 60-mile ride, participants, please be sure to start no later than 9:15 a.m. because your rest stops are timed based on you being on the road by 9:15 a.m. For the 30-mile participants, your rest stop is timed to open and close based on you being on the road between 9 o'clock and 10:15 a.m. If you start before or after this time, the rest stop will not be available for you. Now, I know someone is thinking to themselves, I registered for the 100-mile, but only want to do the 60-mile. Or I signed up for the 30-mile, but I want to ride the 60-mile. Can I do this? Yes. You need to check in during the time you registered for, but you may ride any distance. However, if you upgrade from the 30-mile course to the 60-mile course or 100-mile course and want the lunch, then there will be a $10 price increase. Credit cards only, please. Also, please be aware that the 60-mile course and 100-mile course overlap from mile 1 to 59. So while on the course, you will also have the option at mile 59 to decide if you're doing the 60-mile or 100-mile course. Health and safety reminders while on the route. Avoid riding with others that you do not know. Avoid drafting, pace lines, or riding in another person's slipstream. U.S. Cycling recommends riding a minimum distance of 20 feet behind any other rider. Remember, this is a pleasure ride, not a race. Therefore, roads are not closed and you are responsible for following all traffic laws. Part of your registration fee includes access to use the narrated turn-by-turn directions featured on the Ride with GPS app for free. In the welcome and reminder email being sent out on Monday, September 27th, there will be a link for you to use the Ride with GPS app for free. This will allow you to download narrated turn-by-turn directions to your phone or GPS device for this event. For the course of your choice, if you have already have an account with Ride with GPS, you still need to use this link to gain access to the narrated cue sheets. Please download the app and try it out before the day of the event. Cue sheets are also available at ridewithgps.com. If you prefer to ride using a cue sheet, be sure to print out your own copy before arriving at the event. Cue sheets will not be handed out at the event. Direct links to the cue sheet can be found on the event webpage for your convenience, www.culpepercyclingcentury.com. To navigate the Culpeper Cycling Century, you can use the free access to the Ride with GPS app provided in your welcome email. You can print your own cue sheets, or you can follow the road markings. There are arrows painted on the road to mark the course. Each distance has a specific color and symbol. A pink arrow with the diamond designates the 100-mile course. A green arrow with the square designates the 60-mile course. A blue arrow with a circle designates the 30-mile course. There are a minimum of 3 arrows at each turn. 1 arrow leading up to the turn angled in the direction you will be going. 1 arrow at the turn pointing in the direction to turn, and 1 arrow after the turn to confirm you are on the correct road. On any road you travel on for more than 5 miles here will be a confidence arrow as well. Additionally, a few intersections will have signs posted for added clarification or information. Again, please remember this is a pleasure ride, not race. The roads are still open to vehicle traffic and you are responsible for following all rules of the road, such as stopping at stop signs. And for safety, please do not ride 3 or 4 abreast. SAG or support and gear vehicles will be on the course. SAG vehicles will be stationed at the rest stops and will be dispatched if someone calls or requests assistance. There will be a couple that will also be patrolling the course. When they pass you, they will give you a thumbs up. If you're okay, please try to respond with a thumbs up or acknowledge them with a smile or nod. If you need them to stop, please respond with a thumbs down or wave the SAG driver down. If you need assistance while on the course and you do not see a SAG vehicle, simply call the SAG support number, which can be found on the back of your bib. On the cue sheet, it's listed several times in the turn-by-turn directions on the app or on the event webpage, and it will be in your welcome and reminder email. You can also save this number, Culpeper SAG 540-718-7222, as a contact in your phone. You will also need this number for when you finish your ride. SAG vehicles will have a tire pump and a limited supplies of tire tubes. Please be aware that you, the cyclist, will be responsible for changing your tire if needed. Please help to keep this a safe and successful event by following a few health and safety reminders while at the rest stops. Maintain your physical distance, minimum of 6 feet. Remove your cycling gloves before approaching the rest stop tables or portable toilets. Put on your mask or face covering before approaching the rest stop tables or portable toilets. Use hand sanitizer before and after touching the water coolers or any items on the tables. Please follow all signage. Food and hydration tables and portable toilets will have a one-way direction of travel. This year, we are providing rest stops and water stops. The rest stops will have food, hydration, and portable toilets. The water stops will have just that, water coolers to refill your bottles until you get to the next rest stop. There are 2 rest stops on the 60-mile course, at mile 23 and mile 47. There are 3 rest stops on the 100-mile course, along with 2 water stops. Rest stop at mile 23, 47, and 75, and water stops at mile 66 and 89. The 30-mile course has 1 water stop at mile 15 and 1 rest stop at mile 23. Please visit the event website at www.culpepercyclingcentury.com for rest stop operating times. Rest stops will have water and Gatorade and prepackaged snacks. As always, feel free to bring your own refreshments. Rest stops are operated by volunteers, so please be sure to thank them for their time. Please pay attention to the health and safety signs while at the rest stops and during the event. If you wear cycling gloves, please remove them before approaching the rest stop tables. While in line, remember that a face covering is needed, and be sure to maintain your 6 feet of physical distance. Once you get to the tables, be sure to use the provided hand sanitizer before making your selection or using the water coolers, and again after. Food items will be at one table and hydration will be at a separate table. Please remember only one person at the table at a time. All prepackaged food will be self-served, as volunteers are only there to ensure items are stocked. Once you finish your ride, please text the SAG support number with your bib number and the word finished. This will allow the event planning staff to know that you are safely off of the course. Remember, the SAG support number can be found on the back of your bib, on the cue sheet, on the event webpage, and it will be in your welcome and reminder email. If you registered for the 60-mile course or 100-mile course, lunch is included in your registration. Your bib will have your lunch coupon. New this year, You will have the choice of 2 different food trucks for lunch stationed at Eastern View High School. They will have a posted selection of food, including vegetarian options that are included with your registration. If you prefer something different on their menu, then there will be an upcharge. There will be limited picnic tables for seating at Eastern View High School. There are plenty of shade trees to enjoy on campus, and the Culpeper Sports Complex will have additional picnic tables and benches for seating. Please help us make this a successful and safe event by following the directions outlined in this video and posted at www.culpepercyclingcentury.com. We are looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, October 2nd, 2021. If you have any questions, please visit the FAQ section on the event webpage or email parks@culpepercounty.gov. Thank you, and let's have a fun and safe ride.